pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda, and Dr. Tulloch, I believe you said you have an amendment to the agenda.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Vice Chair and board members. If we could, please, I'd like to add after the last policy, EAA, student transportation, superintendent's report. Just one item that I need to mention there, please.
Okay.
Which one is?
After the last policy, he wants to
Okay.
superintendent's.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You have heard the request of Dr. Tulloch to add the superintendent's report after all of the policies have been gone through. With that being said, do I have a motion for the approval of the agenda with that added item?
Mr. Vice Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda with, as was submitted with that added item from Dr. Tulloch.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been moving properly seconding that we approve the agenda with tonight's addition. All in favor of the said motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next on the agenda, we have Ms. Keller. And I think what we're gonna do is probably like we've done in the past, just go through all of them before. So after each one, we won't have to make a motion, and so we'll do them all as one motion. So we can, Ms. Keller, the floor is yours, and we may now go through these policies.
Of course, with the exception, if we, as we're going through them, if there's something we want to ask questions on.
Right.
And maybe, we've done that in the past, I think, if we want to table it or hold it off on it. So what we'll do is we'll go through each one.
Yeah.
If we have questions, we'll stop right there and,
Yes, sir, certainly. Good evening, Board Vice Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Tulloch, our viewing audience, and staff. Tonight, I bring first reading on a number of policies, starting with policy BBBE, unexpired term, fulfillment and/or vacancies. It is a date change. Board policy BC, board member conduct. The public office is a job built on trust, and people expect honesty and fairness. The changes for this policy are grammatical. There is a period after the word following, and it should be a colon. So the period should be highlighted in red, and I should have added a colon, which should be highlighted in yellow. Everyone had an opportunity to make that change?
If I may, Ms. Keller, please tell me once more so I can make the change here.
It is the responsibility of each board member to do the following. A period should be removed after the following, and it in red, and it should be highlighted in yellow with the colon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Policy BCA, Board Member Code of Ethics. Being a board member is an important job. Board members help support schools and students. Also, grammatical. After each one of the followings in bullets, the period should be removed and highlighted in red, and colons should be inserted and highlighted in yellow. Policy BD, organization of the school board. Officers are chosen each December by majority vote. Grammatical change, the accordance highlighted in red should be removed, and the accordance highlighted in yellow should be added.
Yeah, I think you have one other change too.
Ma'am, that one is changed. Okay. Our next policy is policy BDB, board officers. The chairman leads board's meeting and follows all of the laws and the board rules. The vice chairman takes over when the chairperson is absent and unable to serve. The secretary attends meetings and records what happens. Grammatical change. The period behind following, each one of them, should be highlighted in red and removed, and a colon should be added and highlighted in yellow. It's following right before the sign the instruments, following right before the call the meeting to order, and following under duties of the secretary. Okay. Policy BDD, Board and Superintendent Relationship. The board sets policies. The superintendent carries out the policies. A strong, respectful partnership between the board and superintendent is essential for a successful school system. Grammatical change, where you see the board will do the following, as well as the superintendent will do the following. Removal of the period behind following should be highlighted in red, and a colon should be added and should be highlighted in yellow. Policy BDE, Board Committees. The only standing committee is Finance. It's a date change. Policy DJGA, Sales Calls and Demonstrations. Salespeople need the superintendent's permission to talk to school staff and can only visit if it does not disrupt class. We are adding the superintendent after superintendent or his designee, which is highlighted in yellow. Okay. Policy DK, Payment Procedures. The superintendent manages all district's funds as directed by the board. The grammatical change is the period should be removed after conditions, and the colon is added and highlighted in yellow after conditions.
Which policy is that now? I got kind of lost a little bit.
I'm sorry.
DK, all right.
Yes,
Payment
sir.
procedures.
You want me to slow it down?
I'm fine. I was just, well, I had to go back and look at something. I was writing things down as we went,
Yes, sir.
but I just got lost a little bit. I'm fine now.
Okay. Policy DKA, Payroll Procedures and Schedules. Pay dates are the 15th and the last day of each month. Therefore, the information highlighted in red should be removed, and the information highlighted in yellow is the addition. Policy DKB, Salary Deductions. The district must take out Social Security taxes, state retirement from our paychecks. Grammatical changes are highlighted in red to be removed and added in yellow, and highlighted in yellow to be added. That's the colon and the semicolon. Okay. Policy DKC, Expense Authorization and Reimbursement. This one, we have to get approval before we travel for work, or we will not be reimbursed. The period behind the word below, that's under request for out-of-district staff development form, should be removed and highlighted in red, and a colon should be added and highlighted in yellow. The in-state and out-of-state meal allowances, highlighted in red, should be removed, and the ones highlighted in yellow are the addition. And then the revised date at the bottom of 9/15/2025 should be highlighted in yellow.
Are these are for the meals, what about for, gas? Gas. I'm sorry,
Ms.
is it added there?
Hit your button.
Ms.
Sorry.
Ms. Keller, if you would, if you go back to that policy
Yes, sir.
under meal allowances,
Yes, sir.
and just give an explanation, please, if you will, between the red and what has been added in the yellow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
For in-state, under the old policy, in-state breakfast was $8, lunch 10, and dinner is 17. Under the new, breakfast is 12, lunch is 15, and supper is 28. Under out-of-state, in the old, breakfast is 10, lunch is 15, and supper is 25. Under the new, breakfast is 15, lunch is 20, and supper is 35. And Ms. Frederick, I believe you asked about gas. That's in line with, right, mileage. It's in line with U.S. General,
Administration, yeah.
right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So what, I think they change it every year, whatever you, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And it was just updated in January to 70 cents per mile.
That's-
Yes, ma'am.
It was 55, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Policy DM, cash in school buildings. Money must not be left in schools overnight. Principals must deposit all monies. If they do not follow this rule and anything happens, the principals have to be disciplined. And so it's just a grammatical change. The N in the title is in capital letters, and we're changing it to the N in yellow in lowercase letters. Policy DN, school properties disposition. If school property is not needed, the superintendent tells the board, and the board can sell or rent it. The information highlighted in yellow should be added, and we're adding that we must also follow the Department of Education guidelines. Policy EBC, emergencies. The board wants schools to be prepared for emergencies, and the superintendent will create a plan and teams to respond. The information highlighted in red is to be removed, and the information highlighted in yellow is to be added. And basically, Mr. Kiernan expanded on this policy. Okay? Policy EBCB, safety drills and assessment. We are committed to a safe learning environment through regular safety assessments and emergency drills in collaboration with local agencies. It is a date change. Policy EBCD, school closings and cancellations. The superintendent can close, delay, or send students home early if there's bad weather or another emergency. The information highlighted in yellow is what is the addition, and we're just adding that not only do we notify parents, we notify legal guardians, and not only do we announce it to the media. Dr. Tulloch sends out the robocalls. He uses all social media and all methods of information to send that medium to send that information out. Policy ECA, security. The principal is responsible for securing the school at the end of the day, or the custodian if the custodian is leaving last. It is a date change. Policy ECAC, vandalism. Everyone should report vandalism or damage, and the school will work with the police to protect our property. His or her designee and legal guardians, highlighted in yellow, are the additions to this policy. Policy ECB, buildings and grounds maintenance. Principals are responsible for the daily maintenance of their buildings and supervision of custodial staff. The information highlighted in yellow should be, in red should be removed, and the information highlighted in yellow should be added. We are adding his or her designee, as well as we will follow the Department of Education's guidelines. Policy EDE, waste management and recycling. The school district is committed to conserving energy and resources in both our daily operations and education. The period behind areas should be removed. The colon highlighted in yellow should be added, and we are also adding that this policy is subject to the approval of the superintendent. And finally, policy EEA, student transportation. The district will provide bus service to eligible students following state and federal rules. It is a date change. Are there any questions on any of the policies?
These are all first reading.
Yes, sir, first reading.
Are there any questions of Ms. Keller on the policies that we've, the 22 policies that we've just gone through?
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Vice Chairman. These take 2 readings to be approved, don't they? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any questions of Ms. Keller? Seeing that there are no questions, we're ready for the motion to take first reading on the 22 policies presented by Ms. Keller. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Vice Chairman, I move that we take first reading on the policies that I think you says 22, the ones listed on the agenda that we just reviewed, that we take first reading on all those policies.
It's been, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we take first reading on the policies presented to us tonight in our agenda. All in favor of the said motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you, Ms. Keller.
Thank you all.
Next on the agenda, Dr. Tulloch, we have the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Jenkins. Ms. Keller, thank you certainly for your presentation of those policies. Vice Chairman Jenkins, just a couple of things. Certainly, we have with us tonight the media, but wanted to also recognize two guests that we have, Ms. Calandra Davis as well as Ms. Elizabeth Horton. There's two young ladies in the back of the room. Both are graduate interns that will be working with me this semester from South Carolina State. So just wanted to make mention of their presence this evening. Also, Mr. Chair and board members, we have our regularly scheduled September meeting on next Monday. As we talked previously, we were hopeful that we would have the cafeteria furniture in at the high school. Thus, our meeting was scheduled for the high school. That furniture has not yet come in, so I'd like to move the meeting back here to the district office until such time as we have the furniture in the building that we can then go back to the high school. So those were the two pieces of information that I wanted to share this evening, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Tulloch, and we will certainly make note of the next week's meeting that was supposed to be at the high school. We are coming back here to the district office.
Right, and phone blast will go out starting
Okay.
to let everybody know.
We'll be looking forward to them.
Thank you, sir. And if I can add, also this coming Saturday, we'll have Saturday with the superintendent for those who sign up. The link is already hot on the website for folks who want to sign up that way, or they can call in to the district office to Ms. Kennedy to schedule a time on Saturday. And those times are from 9 until 12 p.m.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tulloch. Moving right along, next on the agenda, we have an executive session to discuss personnel as well as legal update concerning property disposal. Do we have a motion to go into executive session and then return to regular session once we've completed this?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we go into executive session to review and discuss personnel recommendations, resignations, and also a legal update on property disposal, and then return to open session.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Moving properly seconded that we go into executive session to discuss these matters. All in favor of the said motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. We shouldn't be too long.
All right, Gary.
This was a short one today.
We are back into open session. Does we have any business to come before the board?
But, Mr. Vice Chairman, since we don't have any action necessary on anything from executive session, I move that we adjourn.
It has been moved. Do we have a second?
Second.
Moving properly second that we adjourn. All in favor of said motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Consider yourself adjourned.
Yeah, man.